with our moms who just let us take a sneak peek into their daily lives, and very brave, and I'm very grateful to all of you for doing that. And they didn't leave a single thing out. Also joining us today is Editor-in-Chief of Parents Magazine, Dana Points, who's given us some help, weighing in with her expert advice in a few minutes. First, though, we've seen these moms trying to get through the day, but what's really going on when the day comes to an end? I wanted to see that too. So let's take a look at their nighttime routine.
I spend my evenings catching up on the rest of my laundry and making sure that all the kids are getting baths. Dean, did you get your bath?
I had one 2 nights ago.
Oh, 2 nights ago. That's lovely. Why don't we get another one tonight?
Got it.
All right? Sometimes they need to be checked on, though. Dude, that's not even a real shower.
My evenings are just as chaotic as my mornings. I feel like I'm playing beat the clock. I've got to get those kids by 6 o'clock. And then I have to rush home and get dinner started. And then help them finish their homework.
The end of the day is especially hard because my brain has had enough and I'm checked out by then. Neither of the kids like to bathe.
Let's go take a bath.
It's very hard to get them to go to sleep. And by the time I get them to fall asleep, I'm exhausted. Then I have to get into bed and start it all over again the next day.
Unbelievable. All right, so ladies, obviously your day ends just as crazy as it begins. Is there ever any downtime?
There's no downtime, absolutely none. Once you get home at 6 o'clock, you have got to get dinner started. You've got to start the dinner, you've got to help with the homework. There's no downtime, absolutely none.
How do you do it?
That made me tired watching that tape.
I know. I'm tired too, and I want kids. So I would.
I have some.
You do? Great. Are they clean? No, but how do you do it? How do you balance everything?
You have to arrange a village. She's right.
Okay.
You do have to arrange a village. You need support, whether it's your family or your friends. You join a nice moms group. Yeah. I have joined a moms group. It's a lifesaver.
So that changed the course of everything for you.
That changed
joining
everything.
A moms group.
Yeah, it takes a village.
I want young moms to pay attention to this because you're right. There's no manual, and babies are coming home from the hospital every day. So this is really great information.
And I think that so many working women who had our kids a little later, we learned we could handle anything on the job. We could be independent. We could take responsibility. Kids are a different ballgame, though, and I think that it's hard to let go of that idea of yourself as competent and I can deal with this, and to just say, you know what, I need help. I need a lot of help.
And I think you need to be creative. Like you talked about how at the end of the day, you just can't even think straight anymore. Like nothing makes sense. And my daughters always want me to tell them stories at night, and my husband was away, and it always has to be about them. So it's be like Princess Jacqueline and Princess Brooke go to the castle. But this one night, I was so tired, I just couldn't think straight. And so they were like, we're not going to go to bed until you tell us a story. And I was like, fine. I'm here to tell you a story about a man named Jed. He was a poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed.
All right, I think it's time to bring in our expert. And I use that word not only because she is the editor-in-chief of Parents Magazine, that's hilarious, but also a busy mom of 2, Dana Points. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, Dana, it seems like all of the moms are struggling with tantrums. That's the first thing that I noticed. I have a nephew and niece. When I babysat on the Oprah show, I narrowly escaped tantrums, but what is the advice for tantrums?
Well, you have to remain calm, and you guys are doing a great job at that. Keep your composure.
They are calm.
Be patient. No, they're doing a fabulous job, because the minute it starts to escalate and the kids sense that, they're like animals. They can feel it. And so you have to sort of maintain a calm demeanor.
Okay.
Set routines. I mean, with tantrums, it might be about always before you walk into a store, you tell the child, like, we're here, we're going to buy this, this, and this. We're not buying a toy. Prepare them for that. Consistency and routines with the bath. A daily bath actually might be a better routine for you guys.
I like that.
Because then it's built in. Right.
For humanity.
For everybody.
Yes.
Really.
Adults as well. We're all pitching in.
That already,
Clean nation. No, but when my brother or sister-in-law put me in charge of my nephew or my niece, and there's that moment in the store where I can sense that this is going downhill fast.
Yep.
I buy the toy. I do. And if it's a problem, I buy both toys.
You can't give in. No.
I walk away.
You walk away?
I'm like, whose child is that? And I just push the cart.
I like to say, like, you want that? Well, do you have any money?
That's right.
And then my 3-year-old looks really confused. I'm like, well, do you have a job?
Yeah.
No? Well, could you work on that?
Instill that allowance. And when you ask them, do you want to pay for that? Sure, you can get that, but you have to pay for it. All of a sudden, they don't want 2 toys. They only want 1 when it's up to them to pay for their own things.
All of a sudden, Dina, morning routine seems a little brutal in your house.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous. And then the waffle thing is another, like, she'll pick something and it'll be waffles, I want waffles, I want waffles. And, like, just that constant talking will make you crazy. And finally, the other day, I just looked at her, I was like, I'm going to teach you.
About when she's running around
when
the
she's
table,
running around and
waffle,
she's screaming
waffle,
and she says the same thing over and over again. And I finally just looked at her, I was like, I'm going to teach you a new spelling word. The word is harassment. That's what you're doing to me right now. And if you don't stop, Mommy's going to get a restraining order.
They're like vocabulary words.
Yeah, it's all about vocabulary.
That's awesome.
It's always about teaching.
That's awesome.
Every time.
Dana, how can their outings with kids become more manageable?
Well, getting them out the door, I mean, getting them up in the morning is the first step, right? So if you have blackout shades on your windows, like crack that window shade and let it come up. And we have in our house, I have a natural light alarm clock that comes on and it just blasts you with light. But light is like the morning's wake-up call.
In my house, we have Dad.
Yes. Or you can put the alarm clock on the
something.
other side of the room so that they have to, the bigger kids have to get up and actually go search out the alarm
What about
clock.
when they get up, they turn off the alarm, and then they get back into the bed?
Right.
Yeah.
That's when you pull out the monster wig.
Yeah.
Right?
I like tickling in that case. Tickling often is effective.
Okay. Well, I am loving being an uncle right now. I can't even tell you. I want to thank all of you for being here. Thank you, Jennifer.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys, for being here. This is great. I love you that you opened up your homes, opened up your lives, and shared them with me. I'm so sorry about the smell of your son. We're going to work on that.
Thank you.
We're going to work on that.
Yeah.
Jennifer's book, Fly Away Home. Great read. If you're a man, you can read it too. You'll get a lot of attention from the other women. Dana, and thank you very much for being here as well. Great conversation. When we come back, meet an amazing 8-year-old whose wish became a reality. We'll be right back, everybody.